How does that Marilyn Monroe quote go that every single Instagram model posts on their account at least 3 times a month? Is it, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best?
Yeah, that's the
like
one.
you didn't know it. That's
AKA,
cute, Jubal.
I'm crazy. But anyway, Russell, who's on the phone for a second date update today, definitely met the girl that he wants to call at his worst. I think actually they were probably both at their worst.
What?
Really?
I read your email, Russell, and the one thing that I thought was hilarious is how you guys met.
Yeah, that was a good story. I've never met anybody like that before.
I can't wait to hear it. What happened?
We both actually met at a Slurpee machine in a 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Whoa.
already the romance.
Yeah, it was great. Not what I expected for the day, but we were both super hungover. We both had crazy nights the night before, and we were just like, I need a Slurpee.
I think that's the only time I really have Slurpees anymore.
I feel like I should try those as hangover cures from now on.
You can actually drink with them, too, just so you know. Put vodka
Okay,
in them.
let's
Anyway.
slow it down. So what happened at the Slurpee machine? Like you bumped into each other and it was like one of those rom-coms?
So we were both craving these Slurpees, and the Slurpee machine was broken. So,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So we talked to the guy working there, and he said, I'll be right back. I just need the right parts to fix this. I don't know how a Slurpee machine works.
Yeah.
So we were waiting there for a little while, and we just started talking. You know, we started up a conversation, and we both just talked about our crazy nights, and she seemed pretty cool. I mean, she was cute. So we just decided to hang out.
She was cute with last night's makeup still on.
Yeah, well, you know, some guys were into that.
Yeah.
And you probably had last night's makeup still on, too, so it didn't really matter.
Exactly. We were both at our worst.
All right, so what did you guys do when you went out? Like on your actual, or was this the actual date?
No, well, I guess this was the first date if you count Slurpees. But we decided to go on a bike ride around the city.
Oh, not the same day you're hungover, did you?
Yeah.
No. We both had to sober up for that.
Sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
That's an awesome date.
Yeah, right. You know, you get exercise, you get to see the town.
Totally. There's something to talk about. Your blood's pumping. Everything
Yeah.
is looking good. How did it go?
Well, the date went really well. We talked a lot. There was one point, this was actually something funny that happened. There was a mailman, and he got out of his truck, and he didn't see us coming.
Oh, no.
So she missed him. She went right by him. I was aimed straight for him, and I had to brake just immediately.
Oh.
My back tire went up,
Oh, no.
and he just was so scared, he laid down on the ground, and he was just frozen.
He just laid down.
He was like accepting his fate.
He just saw his life flash before his eyes.
Oh,
What
wow.
happened? Did you
That's funny.
crash? Did you run into him?
No, just missed him by a hair.
Oh,
That's awkward. It's almost like you'd rather hit him if he's laid down expecting you to hit him, and then you stop short. It's kind of, well, if you stop short, it's weird. It's like, okay, who moves first now?
I felt bad for the guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're talking about it, and she was like, oh, you're such a nice guy. You know, you didn't hit that guy. You were paying attention, and, you know, so I was like, oh, great. You know, she looks at me as this really nice guy because I didn't hit this mailman with my bike.
Also,
Yeah,
oh, great,
exactly.
that's where her standards are. You
Yeah.
just have to not run over a mailman, and you're a hero in her book.
Hey.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, it takes so little to be a nice person these days.
Yeah, so I had it made. I was in. At least I thought, you know. And so we went out to lunch after that, and we talked. We had a great time.
So
Okay.
why isn't she calling you back if it was so wonderful?
That's the part that I don't know. I have no idea. I texted her a couple days later, and I said, hey, I had a great time. Would you like to get together again? And she said, please don't ever contact me again.
Whoa, that's
Oh, so
extreme, man.
She's not only not calling you back, she's aggressively saying, don't talk to me.
Jeez.
Exactly.
So
So I
wait.
have no idea why.
So now we're going to call her.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you have any idea why she would be so, like,
Adamant?
yeah?
I have no idea. The date went really well, I thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I even texted her, like, why? Like, what's wrong?
And should she respond?
Not after that. No, nothing.
Wow.
Are you like some known felon and she did a Google search and found out all your horrible past?
Not that I know of.
Well, maybe we'll find out that you do have a criminal record and you didn't even
Yeah.
know it.
We could.
All right. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, okay?
Great. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Will today's second date update end with Russell getting another chance at love? Or being solo? Or with all of us getting a restraining order? I'm going to go with number 3 because the girl we're about to call sent Russell a text saying, please don't contact me. So, Russell, I am excited for the no contact order and restraining order. I've had a goal in my life to at least get one of those, and we might get both here.
Yeah, let's dream big.
All right. Just to remind everybody, Russell met a girl named Dana at the 7-Eleven. They were both hungover getting Slurpees. And then they started a conversation, decided to go on a bike ride. And then they had lunch. And according to him, other than almost running over a mailman with his bike, nothing bad happened. But after the date, he texted her asking if she wanted to go out again. And that's what she said. Don't contact me anymore. So we're going to contact her. That's how we're going to do it.
You guys, are you sure you want to do this?
I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of this.
And, is your goal to go out again, or is it just to find out the problem?
I'm more concerned about what the problem was. A second date, yeah, maybe. But, I want to know what went wrong.
Yeah, if you have no idea and her reaction is that strong, maybe you're doing something on dates that is not cool and you don't even realize it.
Yeah, exactly. And I need to know.
I think she found something online that was bad about you.
I mean, that is a possibility. She could have...
Was there stuff online that's bad about you?
No, here's the thing. My ex is not a good person, and we had a really bad breakup, and I'm wondering, maybe there's a possibility she talked to her somehow. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll
see?
find out. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Dana, please?
Yes.
Is this Dana? Dana? Hello?
Hi, yeah.
Yeah, hey, Dana. How are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Are you okay?
Dana?
Dana, are
Dana.
you okay?
We need to call
Hello?
somebody.
I'm here. Who are you?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. And I'll just cut to the chase real quick. We do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and they end up not calling you back after, we'll call that person and find out what happened. So you went out with a dude named Russell not too long ago.
No, oh my God, no. I don't want anything to do with him.
Okay. Well,
Oh
we
my
know.
God, wait,
No,
hold
Dana.
on,
We know.
Dana.
We know that you don't want anything to do with him because you sent him a text message telling him that. But Russell's really confused at what he did. That's the problem.
I just don't want anything to do with him.
That
Okay.
was a serious reaction, though. Are you, scared of him?
I don't know why, he doesn't take no for an answer. I just, I don't want, I don't agree with,
Dana, here's the thing. He will take no for an answer if you can give us a reason. He's just confused because, according to him, your date was awesome and there was nothing wrong. And then right after, you seemed like you were pissed at him. So he just wants to know what's up.
Well, look, yes, the date was good, but, the really good ones always turn out, rotten in the end, so.
Did you find... Okay, this is my guess. You found something online about this guy. He swears that he's not a convicted felon or something.
No, I didn't have to go online. He flat out told me.
He
He
told
told
you?
you that he's a convicted felon?
Oh.
No, it's, way worse than that.
Worse than a
he's-
convicted... than a felony?
He's not a convicted felon. He's currently a felon, just not.
He's running amok.
Yeah, he's at large.
Okay, we're joking, but what could be worse than that?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you don't already know since you say you already talked to him. So
We did, but he sounded pretty normal, and his description of your date sounded pretty normal, but
I mean, if anything, you don't obviously owe this guy anything, but
no.
if you told us we could get the word out to other people who may go out with them.
That actually would be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, so what is it about Russell that makes him so evil?
Look, he told me just, casually that he works with nuclear weapons and he takes them all around the country and I don't know if he manufactures them and he works with nuclear weapons somehow. And, I'm 100% against mass destruction and I just can't.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
I don't
Okay.
know a lot about the nuclear weapon game, but I don't think you could just travel around the country and sell them. I haven't met a traveling nuclear bomb salesman yet.
It's not a vacuum.
Well, he'll tell you if you keep talking to him. He'll just tell you.
No
I mean,
way.
okay, wait, hold on, though. I mean, that's great that you're anti-war, pro-peace, but why wouldn't you just tell him that?
It's a first date. He flat out tells me I don't agree with it. Like, why can't I just leave? Like, get the hell out of there.
Okay, so
Well, I mean,
that's what you
can,
did.
but-
And are you sure he's like selling nuclear weapon?
He
feel like-
told me. He said those words himself.
That he sells nuclear weapons.
I don't know exactly, like, if he sells them, if he makes them, if he promotes them. I don't know. But he said nuclear weapons, and I'm out.
I know a good way. I know a good way to find out, Dana, because Russell is actually on the other line listening to this conversation right now and wants to talk to you.
Excuse me?
Dana, this is Russell.
No, oh, my God.
What are you talking about?
Yes,
Nuclear
nobody
weapons?
told me that he was on the other line.
I know.
told you I didn't want anything to do with
I
him.
have a bad
Sorry.
memory. I have such
I'm
a bad
sorry,
memory.
Dana.
Dana, what are you talking about? Nuclear weapons?
Russell, you said that you work with nuclear weapons. I heard the words come out of your mouth.
Wait, back up for a second. I don't know what you're talking about. Nuclear weapons. Where'd you get this idea?
From you. You said it.
I work for a marketing company. What are you talking about?
What? You work for a marketing company?
And you guys sell nukes?
What?
That's an intense marketing plan.
Either you guys had a really big miscommunication or you're doing something on the side that you're not coming clean about right now, Russell.
I work for it's basically a PR company. We go around and we shop to companies and, to expand their
See?
markets, whatever they do.
That's a complete and total lie. You were changing your story. You're making it sound because we're talking to these people, but I heard you. The words came out of your mouth. You work for this company. It's like nuclear ideas. You take them places. I don't know all the small, little, tiny details about it. All I need to know is that you work with nuclear things, okay, and that is not okay with me.
What?
This is a huge misunderstanding. The name of my company is called Nuclear Ideas.
Like
Nuclear.
3 words?
Wait, did you say
It's 3
nuclear, like as in brand new and not vague?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, my God.
New space clear.
Dana, are you still there?
Yeah.
Way.
Did you
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard him again. He said nuclear.
No, did you
Wait,
get it?
do you not believe him? It's nuclear ideas.
Yes, nuclear ideas.
No. Like you buy a brand new car and the
Color.
water's so clear.
Yes.
Dana, it's not nuclear as in bombs. It's new clear ideas.
Oh my God.
We propose new ideas that are clear to companies.
Oh my God, Dana.
I can't believe it.
So you don't work with bombs.
No, not in the slightest. I agree with you. I don't like war. I don't support that. I don't do anything involved with that at all.
Oh my God, Dana, what are you feeling right now?
I feel like he needs to pronounce his words better.
Oh, Dana, I don't think this one's on him.
I feel like you probably should have known he wasn't talking about bombs based on subject matter.
Oh my
so
God.
far out there.
Oh, I feel so sheepish. You were so fired up.
I'm embarrassed.
Are you sure, Russell? You really don't work with war stuff?
I don't work with war stuff, Dana. I'm
Things I don't agree with.
150% positive.
Oh my God. I feel so stupid right now.
It's okay.
Oh.
Dana, would you like to go out with Russell on a second date? We will pay for it.
He will not.
Now that you know he's not making nuclear bombs in his basement or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only thing. I mean, it was a pretty big thing, except it's not real.
Yeah, I don't think nuclear bomb salesmen are really not a profession.
Yeah. I mean, when he said it, I knew it sounded stupid, but I should have asked more questions, but I just jumped to a conclusion, and
Okay, so Russell, you want to go on another date with her?
You know what? In the beginning of all this, I would have said yes, but you learn a lot about someone on a first date, and I've learned even more after this experience about her temperament and communication skills. So I don't think it's a good idea. No.
So we got you a second date, and now you're turning it down.
After this, yeah.
Now that's a bomb that I didn't expect. What are you doing?
After all that.
It was just the overreaction was fierce.
Oh.
But wait a minute. It was clearly a mistake.
Listen, we can be friends,
Ooh, friend zone.
Oh.
but I just don't think it's a good idea for me to be matched up with you on a romantic level. I just don't see it.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is an awkward ending, isn't
It
it?
is. I don't
Well-
even know what to say.
Dana, thank you for your time.
Yeah, I guess mistakes happen, but
Uh-huh.
Well, yep.
All right.
All right, well,
Just
Sorry,
gonna
guys.
end it
no,
here.
it's fine, Russell. Way to bring the mood down, though.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says Russell dodged a bullet. Correction, he dodged a nuclear bomb.
Oh, gosh.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about the second date update. If you missed it, this dude, Russell, wanted to call Dana. They went out on a date. Everything seemed fine. After the date, though, she texted him and said, never contact me again. So, of course, he did the right thing. Had us contact her for a second date update. But we got to the bottom of the problem. She is against war and all things war. And she thought Russell was somebody who sold nuclear weapons. But Russell works for a company called New Clear Ideas, and she
Yes.
heard nuclear ideas, and that's why she said never contact me, because she thought he was some sort of international arms dealer or
Yeah.
something.
I could see where the name sounds like nuclear. I get that.
Totally.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you have a further conversation? I mean, if someone told you that they were dealing with nuclear bombs, I'd have all sorts of questions.
I definitely
Right?
would
Like,
want to find
I-
out more about that.
Even
yeah.
if I was against it, I'd be like, whoa, I've never met somebody who goes door to door and sells nuclear
Yeah.
bombs before.
In the end, Russell decided not to go out with her because he thought that was kind of weird that she
Yeah.
didn't realize it was nuclear and not nuclear, and the way that she reacted, saying never contact me again.
Yeah,
and
I think her
was all upset. He decided not to go out with her again.
jump to conclusion was a little bit much for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Little
highly
bit.
overreacted.
Yeah.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today already knows where his date went wrong.
Really?
And the bad part about it is he was pretty much guaranteed to get a second date, and then he did something really bizarre
What?
and screwed everything up.
Oh, no.
So now he needs to see if he can apologize and get a second date. Chris, why don't you tell everybody what happened?
I will.
Oh, you sound so defeated.
Oh, no.
Well, you'll understand.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't date a lot. I want to just preface that. I get nervous really easily. So, a couple of weeks ago, I went out with like a couple coworkers at a local bar. We're all, tech guys, and we were just having a couple of drinks, and it's getting real fun. And they kind of dared me to spot the hottest girl in the bar, and you should go talk to her.
That's a good dare.
Really, yeah, classic dare. I was really nervous about it. I just get way too nervous. I don't talk well.
You don't sound
I don't
nervous.
talk
You
well.
don't sound like a nervous guy at all.
Yeah, you get it. And so they ended up finally coercing me into doing it. So, I spotted who I thought was the hottest girl in the bar.
Uh-huh.
And I went over and I was like so nervous. I ended up pulling up my phone and doing a Google search for like pickup lines
Nice.
You didn't. Why did you go to that?
because I didn't know what to say.
So what'd your phone come up with?
Well, the one I used was, and I sent this to her while looking at my phone,
Oh, God.
was, "Hey there, if you were a sheep, I would clone you."
That's it?
That's the one you chose, huh?
That's it.
Yeah, well,
Winner.
that's actually kind of endearing. Like, you're looking at your phone. You're obviously nervous. I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
she fell for it, right?
She liked it. She thought it was really funny, and she ended up pulling up her phone. We ended up having sort of like a Google search for pickup lines.
Oh,
She's
that's
like, I
good,
bet you I
though.
could choose like 10 that were better than that one.
Yeah, she definitely outdid me.
Yeah. All right. So
Awesome.
you struck up a conversation that way, and how did everything else go?
It went great from there. We just started, we had a couple of more drinks. We were talking the whole rest of the night, and probably like 11:30 or midnight, place was getting slowing down. She ended up whispering, she said, "Let's go back to your place." And I was amazed. I was like blown away.
Yeah.
Like, what? This can't be happening.
Are you talking to me?
Did I hear what I think you said?
I just tried to play it cool, which is just me sweating and not saying anything.
Good way to play it cool. Probably didn't know at all that you were nervous.
So yeah, but we ended up going back to my place.
Okay.
Things were moving in a way where the stuff was definitely going to happen, you know, more than just making out.
What?
Did you have to Google that too?
I probably should have, because next thing I know, she's like, I just need, she has to like go into my bedroom and just sort of get ready, kind of get a little more comfortable. And she's like, give me a minute, I'll tell you to come in. And so I let her go into my room.
Wow, she's like a seductress.
I mean, I don't know if she's seductress, but she's definitely more experienced than me. I mean, it seems like she's been with a lot of men. Me, I haven't been on a date for, you know, maybe 2 years before this.
Okay.
wow.
So I'm sitting in the kitchen waiting for her to kind of like tell me when she's ready, and I start getting nervous again.
Right, because she gives you time alone with your own thoughts. That's a horrible thing to do for you.
So I started like freaking out, thinking, oh no, she's experienced, I'm not. What do I do? In my head, I get this idea that like I gotta spice it up. I gotta deliver when I walk in this room when she beckons me in. So I start going through my cupboards, and I found my jar of Nutella,
Oh, no.
and I got this great idea that is like, hey, you know what? Like, I've seen movies and stuff, and people like eating stuff off each other.
Oh, no.
That's sexy. That's fun. So I ended up stripping and putting Nutella on myself below.
Did you use a butter knife or did you do it by hand? I just have to know.
I wasn't going to put a knife down there.
So you slathered yourself in Nutella.
That is not an attractive-looking substance, by the way.
I thought it would be fun, and, you know, people like hot chocolate, but it's definitely doesn't spread easily like it does like on the commercials or the ads.
Oh, my God.
Well, they're spreading it on different things in those commercials. I think that's the key.
At any point during the spread, did you think, like, maybe this isn't a good idea?
At one point, I had both my thighs covered and my entire arm. I don't think there was any point of going back.
Yeah. You can't really play that off.
You covered a lot of body area.
Yeah.
I was thinking just like the important ones. Your entire arm was covered in Nutella?
That was just like me trying to like spread it all out so it looked somewhat even. I was trying to make it look impressive as much as possible.
Except for it leads to like hours of having to lick it off. Like you're tired by the time that's going to be done.
I didn't think any of this out. It was just impulsive.
What did she say? What happened when you walked in the room?
Oh, yeah. Well, she called me in and I went in there completely covered in, you know, almost completely covered in Nutella. And,
That image.
yeah.
Oh, God.
It was kind of just like immediately she was first surprised, really confused, and then just horrified.
Did you explain to her that it was Nutella before she started thinking it was other things?
That's the thing. I don't think I ever did explain it was Nutella. I think she just got up and she left.
You just pooped yourself or something?
I hope she didn't think that.
You're just like, all girls love Nutella, right?
Did she say anything to you before she left?
She just said it's late. I gotta go.
Oh.
And just let you sit there sticky?
Yeah, I mean, I do remember saying, no, don't. Wait, don't go. And then she just kind of didn't respond and just walked right past
my
me.
Oh,
God.
wait, don't go. I need
Oh
an
my
adult.
God.
I need somebody to help me clean up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you hear
Oh,
from
so
her
funny.
at all after this? Such an embarrassing experience.
Oh, my God.
Well, no.
Oh,
I mean, I've been trying. I just called her and I've sent some texts, but she hasn't responded.
have you explained yourself in any of the phone calls or text messages?
I was kind of wanting to talk to her directly, so she hasn't responded, so I haven't had a chance to. But I think if I could, we'd have a chance of going on like a second date.
Yeah.
Well, I bet she'll
maybe.
remember you when we call.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't see how she could forget me.
If she gets you confused with somebody else, you probably don't want another date with her. So. That happens to me all the time. All right, we're going to play a song, come back, and then we'll call her and see if you can talk yourself into a second date, okay?
Thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm just going to go ahead and add today's second date update to the list of things I never thought I'd say. But Chris is on the phone, and Chris thinks he's not getting a call back for a date because he slathered himself in Nutella. That's right. You heard me correctly. Chris slathered himself in Nutella, and that's why he's not getting a call back. He met a girl. Hey, Chris, I never got her name from you. What's her name?
Mariella?
Mariella. Okay.
Oh,
Chris met Mariella out at a bar. He admits that he's not much of a ladies' man. His friends dared him to talk to her. He talked to her, ended up actually going back to his place, and things were moving on to the next level. She went in the bedroom, and that's when Chris got nervous and thought that he needed to spice things up because she might be more experienced than him. So he found a jar of Nutella and put it all over his naked body and then walked into the bedroom without explaining it. And that's when she got up and left, and he hasn't talked to her ever since.
Chris, believe it or not, I think you could come back from this.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I think that you're cute and endearing and you seem sincere.
But I had Nutella all over my body.
I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah. Was it low fat or regular calories? She might have been offended. She could be on a diet, you know. It might not have been the weirdness of spreading it on your body at all.
It was just the regular.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's the issue. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
All right, I'm just really nervous.
You're not near your kitchen, are you?
That's a good question.
No.
Okay. Just keep it to regular nerves right now.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mariella?
Hi, I'm Mariella.
Hi, I'm Jubal.
Hi.
Hi.
Who are you?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and now you're not calling him back, so he asked us if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
Okay.
His name is Chris.
Oh my God.
I still can't stop laughing for you.
Oh God. Yeah, it was weird. It was really, really weird.
Yeah, we know. We talked to him. He sent us an email about your whole date and explained everything. He feels really bad about what happened, but I just want to hear how it was from your point of view.
Well, we met at a bar, and I thought he was really cute and a kind of like nerd. After a couple of beers, I was like, "Do you want to go back to your place?"
Yeah, he told us all that. He said that he was really nervous, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it was cute. I thought it was cute that he was so nervous.
Did you think, I'm going to rock this guy's world tonight?
I don't know. He just seemed like really, really nervous, and I felt like I could calm him down a little. And
Sounds like you did the opposite. It sounds like you riled him up.
did he really tell you everything that happened?
Oh.
Yeah, he told us everything. So,
man, it's embarrassing.
what was going through your mind when he walked in the bedroom?
She can't even control herself. I do not blame you.
Well, he walks in and he's completely naked, and it looked like someone took him and just dipped him in a porta potty or something. 'Cause he had, it was so bad. He had just like brown sludge all over his body.
Have you ever been with a guy and he just walked into the bedroom with brown stuff all over him?
No.
I mean, just
This is the
walking into
first.
the bedroom naked is enough to kind of scare you. Like, they were already skipping some steps of foreplay there.
Yeah, that alone was like really intense. And then I was just standing there, and he just whispered to me, "I hope you're hungry."
Oh my God!
That
Oh my
part
God!
he didn't tell us.
God, he committed to this, didn't he?
And did you answer him at all?
No, I just like ran out of there and right out of his apartment. I didn't even say bye. It was just freaky, and I don't think
I have something
anyone.
to say here.
What's that?
I have something to say here.
What's going on?
Oh, that's Chris. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. And apparently he's heard enough and wants to speak right now.
Hi, Mariella.
Oh my God, hi.
No, I can understand where you're coming from, but what I had on me was not feces. It was Nutella. You know, the chocolate treat?
I know what Nutella is. Why did you put it all over your body?
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought it would be sexy in the moment.
Well, at least it wasn't the first thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
You know how, like, strawberries and whipped cream are fun and sexy? I just thought that, and I didn't have any of that, so I just went with what I had.
He improvised.
Why would you put it on your body? Like, it was all over your body.
Well, I don't know. I just started putting it some places, thought it would look weird if there was just one area, thought maybe it would make more sense a lot of areas. I get it now. It wasn't the smartest choice. It's just me trying.
He learned.
You should always discuss food items in the bedroom prior to bringing them into the bedroom.
I know that now. I mean, duh.
I figured it out the hard way.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, Mariella. I mean, I didn't mean to freak you out. I was just trying to have a good time, and, it got off the rails.
Yeah, that'll happen. You're trying to have a good time. Before you know it, your lap's covered in Nutella.
Yeah.
And your arms, and your chest, and your knees.
I mean, I was just trying to be sexy, and then sexy went all wrong.
Yeah, that was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Well, can I interest you in doing it again? Because Chris would love to go on a second date with you. We will pay for it if you'll go out with him again.
Mariella, before you decide, it will not happen again. Any kind of food thing, I won't do it. I think we'll have a really great time. Please go out on a second date.
Good. I think you should give him a chance. I mean, I know that image is going to be hard to erase from your memory. But honestly, he said some really sweet things about you.
Well, I mean, obviously this was a really bad, tragic mistake. And I can tell that you had really sweet intentions behind it.
Yeah, I did. I only had good intentions.
Really sweet intentions. Chocolate hazelnut sweet, to be exact. So, will you go out with him again, Mariella?
Yeah, I'll give him another chance. Why not?
Yes!
Really?
I knew you could do it, Chris.
Congratulations, Chris. You got a second date.
It's going to be fun, and if you want to try some other foods, I'd be down for that.
You're like at a restaurant, though, Chris.
That's what I meant. You didn't think I meant the other thing, right?
I think you need to be very clear with Chris going forward about all food activities.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, sadly, I can relate to the guy in today's second date update. You are probably the only person out there who can actually relate to him. If you missed today's second date update, this dude named Chris wanted to call Mariella. They went out, they met at a bar, went back to his place, and were fooling around a little bit, and things got serious. He admitted to us that he's not very experienced when it comes to dating at all, and he thought maybe she was more experienced, so he wanted to spice things up before they got ready to be intimate. And his idea was to go to his kitchen, raid the cabinets, and add some food to spice things up, and he chose Nutella. And rubbed Nutella all over his body before going into the bedroom naked with Nutella rubbed on him. And that's when she left. He didn't even get a chance to explain it was Nutella. She thought it was something else.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an attractive substance. But the thing is, I get where his mind was because it is delicious.
It is.
I mean, if you're going to pick a delicious substance, it's just the wrong shade of color.
She
everything.
left and wasn't calling him back. We got her on the phone and eventually explained that it was Nutella and that the reason he did it was because he was nervous. And he actually got a second date.
I knew
Amazing.
he would.
He's
I mean,
sweet, though. That's
he was
why.
just sincere, you know?
Totally.
Everybody texting in at 78592 wants to go out with him. Everybody loved him.
He's like the
Hey,
ladies'
and
man.
here's the thing. He would put a lot of effort into your date.
Yeah, and if you like Nutella, bonus.
Yep.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that today's second date update involves probably the worst first date story we've ever had.
No. We had a girl poop herself in the back of a car.
Yeah,
She's right.
but I think this might be worse. We've had people get blown off and ditched on a first date. That happens quite a bit, more than you think. But we've never had anybody call in who got ditched 2 times on a first date by 2 different people.
Oh. But I guess kudos to you to having 2 different people set up for a first date in one night. No, I'm trying to find a silver lining already.
That's what her email said. I don't really know how it worked, but she got ditched by 2 different guys on a first date in the same night.
Huh.
Her name's Patricia. Patricia, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
What?
You know what? We were going to do your second date update, but I got to run real quick. I'm sorry.
No. That's cold.
How did you get ditched by 2 people on the same night?
So I matched with this guy from Tinder. So we decided to meet up and get drinks. And, I thought everything was going good. And he decides to go to the restroom. And like 10 minutes goes by, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I was like, well, at first I thought, well, is he okay? Like, 'cause sometimes, if you feel sick from something, it's really embarrassing to talk about that. So I texted just to say, hey, are you okay? Yeah. Didn't hear back. So I was like, all right, well, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Has this happened to you a lot, Patricia? It sounds like you're like, all right, well, this has happened to me before.
No, I even ghosting is a thing that happens on text. So I was like, oh, real ghosting. Cool.
Yeah, and that's like way worse than someone just not showing up for a date. Like that means they met you, they got the first impression, and they decided they didn't like it.
Yeah, salt in the wound.
Well, I will say it is brave for you to call and make this all public after it happened. So continue.
Yeah, so then I was going to stay positive, so I decided to hang out and, have a few more drinks and, enjoy myself. And I ended up meeting this other guy, but I had already had plenty to drink, and the conversation is great from what I can vaguely remember, and I know we made out and exchanged numbers because I had this number in my phone.
And did you?
So were you just sitting there after your date ditched you, just kind of drowning your sorrows? Like, does anybody want to talk to me? Because my date just left.
I hadn't quite reached that point yet, but I was with the mindset like, I'm going to make the best of this. I'm not going to let him ruin my night, even though he's a jerk. Yeah. I'm going to make this great.
That's awesome. So did you approach this second guy?
Well, he approached me, which kind of helped my ego a little bit after that first burn.
You needed that.
That could help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the conversation was great. We exchanged numbers, but I don't remember a whole lot. I know he put me in an Uber, and I think his name was Pete.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so you don't even know his name.
I'm 60% sure that his name is Pete, but then 30% says Mark, and I don't know about the other 10%.
So why?
Well, the other 10% is just a wild card.
Yes.
Patricia, we've all had those nights where we don't remember somebody's name, but why would you want to follow up with them?
Well, but I do remember that the kissing was really good.
Oh.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's nice to, put someone in an Uber and make sure that they are safe. And, I remember having fun. I just don't remember his name.
Okay. So is that who you want us to call today? You want us to call Pete or Mark or Mr. 10%?
So I got 2 numbers. I have the number of the original guy, and his name's Oscar.
No, screw Oscar.
Okay.
Screw
So
Ditch
do you want
Boy.
us to-
You're not wasting our energy on him.
I have the number for Oscar, who is cute and funny, and I enjoyed spending time with, even though he ditched me. But then I also have the number for Pete. And, I liked both of them, and I would go out with either of them again.
So we've got 2 phone numbers for Oscar and another guy whose name might be Pete. So which one do you want us to call?
Maybe both.
What?
Hey!
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You want us to call one and ask him for a date and then call the other and ask him for a date?
Yeah, I mean, let's up these odds. It's a numbers game, right?
Okay, but wait, let's... So if the first one says yes, you still want us to call the second one?
Maybe. I don't know. And let's see what happens.
All right, screw it. We'll see what happens then. We'll play a song, come back, and then call a bunch of people and try to get you a second date in your second date update, okay?
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, we're going to attempt to solve a mystery. Patricia's on the phone, and Patricia just wants a date with anybody.
I wish that wasn't true.
Actually met a dude on Tinder and hung out with him for a little while, but he ditched her in the middle of the date. He went to the bathroom and never returned. So she thought she'd make the best of it and hung out at the bar and continued to drink and just have a good time. And then she met another dude, and we think his name is Pete, but she was so drunk she can't really remember. They hung out for a little while, made out, and then she got in an Uber, and she hasn't heard from either of these guys since. So we have both of their phone numbers, and Patricia said, I really don't care who you call. Just call somebody and get me a date. So I guess, Patricia, we're going to start with Oscar, the guy that you originally went on a date with. Is that okay?
Yes, that sounds great.
God, I do not want you to call this guy and ask for another date. He ditched you in the middle of a date. You deserve more respect than that. You realize that, right, Patricia?
Yes, but in his defense, we haven't heard his excuse yet. So like I said, maybe he got sick or something. Or...
Yeah, because he didn't call and apologize to you or anything.
right?
So,
Does it
okay,
matter?
we're doing it, so it doesn't matter what I say.
Well, we're going to dial Oscar's phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone and find out the reason why he left you. And then if that doesn't work, we'll call the other dude, okay?
Right on.
All right, here we go.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in...
Did you guys dial the right number?
I dialed the number that you gave me.
What?
He gave you a wrong
Wow.
number?
Wait, he went so
He
far
dis-
that he disconnected his number?
What the heck?
What did you do in that first half of your date to scare this guy so bad?
I have no idea. I've never had someone change their number because of me. This is new.
Congratulations, Patricia.
Well,
I
good
guess
thing
we can try dude number 2,
The
mystery
backup.
man. Maybe his name is Pete. Do you want to try him?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay,
All
wait,
right.
you
If his
realize...
number's disconnected, then you need to give up on dating forever.
I might take a break, yeah.
Okay.
Are we just going to call him Pete? We're just going to gamble with that?
At this point, who cares? As long as somebody answers the phone, we'll just call him whatever. All right, here we go, Patricia. I'm going to dial his number now, okay?
Oh my God, I hope he answers.
I kind of hope he doesn't, making this the shortest second date ever.
No.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Pete, please?
Yeah, I'm speaking.
Your name's Pete?
Yep.
Awesome. What's
Yeah.
up, Pete?
Yay.
Hi. Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How you doing?
Wait, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. Have you ever heard of it?
Okay.
I'm gonna go
That
with
doesn't
that's
answer my question. Have you heard of it before?
What's going on?
I'm calling you today because one of our listeners emailed us about you. Her name is Patricia, and you met her at a bar a little while ago.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh, you
All
remember
right.
her?
Patricia told us about the night that she met you and said that she's been trying to get a hold of you, but you're not answering any of her texts or phone calls.
Well, yeah, I mean, what she did was pretty rude.
Was she super drunk?
Yeah, she was pretty tipsy, and it just kept going.
How bad did it get?
I mean, it got pretty bad.
Did she puke on you?
No, there was no bodily fluids.
Oh. See, I'm already thinking, well, then that's better than I pictured for you guys.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is that the reason you're not calling her back? Just she was too hammered?
No, I mean, we were talking. She told me this story about how some guy ditched her, and I felt pretty bad for her. So I was hanging out with her, getting to know her, and I guess she had reached a point where she was ready to go home, and she asked me to call her an Uber, and she left when the Uber came.
Okay. All this sounds pretty tame so far, Pete. I'm not outraged yet.
Were you just hanging out with her because you felt bad?
No, I mean, she was cute, and we were having a fun time.
Okay.
Okay, so when did it go south?
Well, when she left, she never paid
for the bill.
What?
She just left everything out on the table. Her drinks and the guy from before that ditched her.
Shut up.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that's a big town.
But she probably just forgot. If she was wasted, I mean, who hasn't wandered away from a bar and been like, oh, I didn't realize I didn't pay for that?
I mean, she bolted out of that bar like she was on a mission.
Wait,
Really?
so you think that she left you with the tab on purpose?
I don't know. It felt like that.
How much are we talking here?
It was expensive. Not something I was ready to pay for.
Oh, no.
So you didn't really intend on even going on a date that night, and you kind of wound up in a date situation, and then not only that, you had to pay for her drinks and some other dude's drinks.
He went on 2 dates, kind of.
Hey.
Yeah, I went on 2 dates, and I didn't get any action from anybody. I didn't even meet the first guy.
Well, maybe you can get some action now because Patricia is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hey.
What? No.
Yep.
No.
Hi. Oh my God, Pete, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I did that. I was drunk, so I knew I needed to get home, which is why I was like, okay, I have to leave. And I am so sorry. Like, can I please make it up to you? Like, I can pay you back, or maybe I can take you out.
Yeah, look, it's pretty convenient now that I paid the bill for you to say all this, but it really put me in a hard place.
No, I really liked you, and I would never, ever, if I was sober, do something like that. I am so sorry. I'm so embarrassed, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
So this wasn't part of some master plan?
No, absolutely not. I legitimately had someone walk out on me on a tab, and I would never. I mean, I just have, but I would never in my life. I'm so sorry.
I would never, but I did it. But I would never do it again.
I don't know. I've heard of kind of cons like this happening before, and I'm easily scammed, so...
Poor Pete.
Oh, no.
Easily
Oh, my God. No, I want to make it up to you. Like, please let me make it up to you. Like, that's really awful. And I had that done to me, so I definitely wouldn't want to pass that bad stuff on anyone else.
How do I know the first guy was even real?
Wait, so are you saying that you think she set the whole thing up, like being at the bar and there was no first date just to get you to pay for her tab?
Yes, it really felt like that. There was so much on that bill.
I would never, I'm not that crafty. I got less about a date. Also, why would I go on the radio?
She's bringing up some pretty good points, Pete. Like, I believe her.
And you know, Pete, I can vouch for her that she did go out with another dude and he ditched her in the bathroom.
How do you know?
Well, because we called that guy.
Well,
And does he want to pay for the bill?
Well, I don't know because the number that we have for him, it was disconnected, so we didn't really talk to him.
so we actually don't know.
What are you talking about? It was disconnected. I mean, this guy might not exist. You never talked to him.
Well, but I had a phone number.
None of this makes sense. She gave you guys a disconnected number and scammed me. I mean, it seems like this is all part of some plot of hers.
I'm starting to feel like I got worked over, too.
Wait.
Then maybe you guys are getting scammed.
He does
Maybe.
have a point.
Patricia, are you scamming everybody?
Okay, guys, well, I gotta go. I have a meeting.
What?
What?
You can't go now.
Patricia,
What?
Oh, my God, she was totally taking us.
she did scam us.
Look, I knew it was a scam.
Oh.
Oh, my God, she was trying to get a free dinner out of us.
Oh, my God.
All right, so you were right then. She must have set it up to meet you at the bar and have you buy all her drinks.
And you just figured that out right now. I've been telling you, what is going on with this girl?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
All right, well,
Whoa.
sounds like
Stop her.
seems like you dodged a bullet then, Pete. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, that girl was nuts.
Nuts, or she knew exactly what she was doing.
Mastermind.
The Pay for My Drink Bandit. It's a bad name, but we might be able to come up with a better one. Well,
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
text in at 78592 that says, you guys should have given Pete a free meal. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Okay, I got to explain. If people didn't hear today's second date update, listen, we've been scammed on this show a few times for second date updates. Sometimes people will make up a story just so they can yell at somebody. One time, a guy made up a story about somebody who wasn't calling him back just so he could yell at somebody who didn't hire him for a job.
Yeah, I forgot forgot about that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's
Well-
a creative way to do it.
It seems like we got scammed today because the woman that emailed us for a second date update, her name is Patricia. Everybody hates her on the text message board at 78592, by the way.
Of course.
Her name is Patricia, and she told us a story about how she went out to a bar with a guy, and then he ended up ditching her at the bar. So she tried to make the best of it and stayed at the bar and then met another dude and hung out with him all night. And then he wasn't calling her back. So she said, I don't really care. You can call both phone numbers. We called one phone number, and it was disconnected.
Yeah.
And then we called the other phone number of the guy that she hung out with after the dude who ditched her. His name is Pete. And we got him on the phone, and he said, I don't think she was actually there with anybody at all. She was just there to meet somebody to pay for all of her drinks because when she left that night, she didn't pay her tab, and he had to pay for everything.
For even the first guy.
He didn't see her with anybody else at all.
Or she just drinks like a fish and eats a ton.
And then he confronted her and said, I think that you were scamming me to pay for your drinks. And she got very defensive and then hung up the phone on us. So I think that she was just trying to do a second date update because, you know, at the end of every single second date update, we always offer to send them out on a second date. And we usually do that with gift cards from the radio station for restaurants, not to pull back the curtain too much. But we're not really giving them cash to go out on dates. You know, we throw them a couple gift cards and go, have fun, you two.
Here you go.
So I think that she was actually just doing it so she could get some free gift cards
Which
for
is
dinner.
crazy.
I mean,
at first I was like, no way, she's this poor girl. Why would you accuse her of that? But then you think, we didn't ever talk to the first dude, and then she all of a sudden had to hang up, and it was like, wait.
Well, maybe
Wait
she
a
was
minute.
just kind of weird and like kind of stalkerish, and maybe he did change his number to get away
Well, it
from
was
her.
disconnected, though,
Well,
and somebody pointed out on our
disconnected.
text message board at 78592 that nobody has a landline really anymore, and it was like a disconnected landline or something, so
Yeah, I guess
she
that's
must have
true.
thought it through and found a number that was disconnected and said, okay, I'll tell them about this crazy date that I went on. They'll call that'll be disconnected. Then they'll get Pete on the phone, and I'll convince him to go out with me again so I can get a free dinner.
Wow, smart, rude, but smart.
Yeah, I was just
yeah.
really trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, like thinking, oh, maybe he just wasn't into her, or like he gave her a fake number because he didn't want to really, like he wasn't into her and then left.
I don't even
No,
know.
I think she tried to scam
It
us.
does seem like it, yeah.
Stephanie is on the phone with us, and she wants to do a second date update today to call a guy who she met in what I could only describe as hell on earth. I'm talking about a candle shop.
You don't
If
like
there
those?
is a hell, it smells like a candle shop. I can tell you that.
No
You talk
cinnamon
about
bun?
an instant headache. I can't stand in those places without wanting to vomit from all of the scents from the candles. But anyway, that's where she met the guy that she wants to call today. Hey, Stephanie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm okay. I'm just having PTSD thinking about having stood in a candle shop before.
Oh, come on.
And pretty amazing that you picked up on a guy in a candle shop. What men are in those things?
I actually thought the same thing. I kind of noticed him. I was a little curious what he was doing there, too. And, you know, I got to say, he looks pretty clueless. He was kind of looking at the candles and smelling them and making faces that I'm sure you're making right now.
So is he a candle enthusiast, or is he?
I
was he just...
mean, no, I don't think so. He, like I said, he seemed very out of place and kind of shy. So I decided to kind of go over and just see if he needed some help.
Nice move.
Yeah. We started talking, and he said he was trying to buy a candle for his mom.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was so sweet, right?
Do you think this guy is just trolling candle shops and making up a story about his mom
Yeah,
the whole
just
time?
looking for women.
It's pretty smart.
It is.
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of worked, but no, really though, I helped him pick out a candle, and he went and bought it, and we both left the store, and that was it. He didn't ask me out or anything.
Oh.
But when he left, I was actually thinking that I thought he was pretty cute, and maybe it was a missed opportunity. And then actually a half an hour later, we ran into each other at another store in the mall.
In
And
the bedding section of somewhere. You're just like, dude, this guy's buying candles and comforters. It's just a domesticated dude.
surprisingly not, no.
Okay.
At this point, I kind of realized, you know, why not just go for it? I was a little nervous, and I don't do this a lot, but I basically asked him if he wanted to hang out again.
That's awesome.
Oh, so you asked him out.
Yeah, I asked him. I know,
Nice.
you know, it's a little forward, but why not? Sometimes you gotta, you know, you gotta make moves for yourself, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, and it worked. It worked
Yeah.
because
he seemed excited about that, and we exchanged numbers.
I just picture this guy calling his friends after, like, oh my God, you guys, I was shopping for candles, and then this really cute girl totally asked me out.
Oh my God.
What'd you guys do for your date?
Well, I texted him first and asked him if he wanted to meet up, and he said yes. So I ended up choosing a restaurant to go to.
Okay, so you guys did a full-on dinner.
We did dinner, and we ended up meeting. It was a Friday night. I picked a restaurant that it had a nice feel to it, but wasn't over the top or not, crazy expensive or anything. It was moderate. We had a great time. The conversations were great, and it went a little longer than I kind of expected. So the next thing I knew, we had been at the restaurant for a little over 2 hours.
Well, but a lot of times that's a good thing on a date, right? You're like, oh my God, we've been talking forever.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. It must mean that it's because we were just talking and we lost track of time because we were having a good time.
And it wasn't just you talking, right?
No, he definitely had his time to talk to.
Okay.
I allowed him to speak at certain points.
But I thought that, maybe the night would progress. Maybe he'd come over, or maybe it would just be, to figure out when we would want to get together again. I don't know. But by the end of the night, he seemed a little, maybe like something else was on his mind, or he was a little upset or a little agitated.
What was he doing to make you feel that way?
When you can tell you're looking at someone and you can tell that they're looking back at you, but in the back of their mind, they're not with you.
Right.
By the end of the night, I just kind of got that feeling. And he wasn't talking as much. I was doing much more of the conversation. And
maybe he was thinking about some potpourri he had to pick up or something to go along with his candles.
No, I don't know. He's kind of left it at that. And by that time, we were pretty much done with dinner. We said goodbye. We hugged, and that was it.
And he made no mention of seeing you again?
No, honestly, I expected to maybe get a text from him. If not that night, then at least maybe the next day. But now it's been a while, and I haven't heard from him even once.
No candle recommendations from him?
No candles.
Nothing?
No.
Interesting. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Stephanie is on the phone with us, and today she wants to call a guy that she met in what I like to refer to as the land of the zombie boyfriends. Talking a candle shop. Candle shops, craft stores, Target on a Sunday afternoon. You see nothing but just dead-eyed boyfriends following their girlfriends around, waiting for death's sweet release. It's one of the worst places you could ever possibly be.
Oh my God, that's such an accurate description.
But this guy actually doesn't have a girlfriend. He was just shopping for a candle for his mom, and they struck up a conversation, and she ended up asking him out. They went out to dinner, had some decent conversations. She says at the end of the date, he seemed a little distant, gave her a hug, and then walked out of her life forever. She hasn't heard a word from him. Are you ready to give him a call, Stephanie?
Yeah, let's do it.
And you really want to go out with this guy again?
I do. That I really felt like we had an instant connection, and I really couldn't tell you why he hasn't responded. It's very strange to me.
Weird.
Okay.
You want to date this guy so that you can make him your boyfriend, and then you can drag him to the candle store.
And then he can buy candles for me.
Yeah,
There
see,
you go.
look
He'll be
at
dragging her.
Yeah.
Candle man.
All right, here we go. I'm going to dial his phone number right now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to please?
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Wait. What?
Have you heard of Brooke and Jubal in the morning? It's a radio morning show.
No.
Oh, cool. Well, that's who we are.
Hey.
Okay.
Do you want to know why I'm calling you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out on a date with a girl named Stephanie. And Stephanie said she had a great time and then emailed us because you haven't been responding to her phone calls or text messages. So I said, hey, let's get on the phone and find out why he doesn't like you.
Oh, no.
Do you have a few minutes to talk to us about your date with Stephanie?
He's shocked.
I guess, but I'd rather not.
And you are an honest person, aren't you?
You can just give us a little bit of information. She's just really confused.
Yeah.
Can you just tell her that I made a mistake and I'm really sorry?
What kind of mistake did you make? Buy the wrong candle at the candle store? She told us about how you guys met.
Okay, I'll talk to you, but you have to promise to not use my name.
Whoa.
Okay,
Oh.
I promise you we will beep out your name.
Okay. Okay.
All right? So what's the issue? Did you even like her?
Yeah, she was cool.
Okay. I like the pause before you said cool. It's like, she's, I think, okay.
Yeah, no.
No?
No. Oh, she was cool. This is my bad. This is my fault. It's not hers.
Well, that's
Okay,
good
so
news.
she didn't do anything wrong.
No. I did something wrong, and she's great.
Whoa, okay.
So what did you do wrong then?
Okay, I'm going to tell you, but it's going to sound really bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
It's going to sound bad, but it's not bad.
Usually means it's bad.
Like, I didn't ask her out. Like,
Right.
I ran into her later, and she asked me out.
Okay.
And I don't know. It's never happened to me with someone just like I've never had someone ask me out, so I don't know. But I have a girlfriend.
Oh, come on.
You have a girlfriend, but you went on a date with her.
What? Yeah. She came with me to the candle shop, and she started talking to me, and that was weird. And
It's weird for a girl to talk to you?
yeah, that never happens.
Oh, sweetheart.
I just panicked, and I told her I was there to get a candle for my mom.
So you lied because you liked the female attention you were getting from her.
That sounds right. I was there shopping for my girlfriend.
Of course.
Oh, so the candle wasn't for your mom at all.
No,
Okay, but why'd you agree to go on a date with her if you had a
I
girlfriend?
didn't. She didn't ask me out there. We ran into each other again, and then she asked me out, and I just again was so floored by it that I said yes.
Okay, but you couldn't have said, I'm sorry, thank you very much, but I have a girlfriend?
I suppose I could have said that.
But you didn't.
I did not.
And even after, like, there was plenty of opportunity for you to text later and said, I'm sorry, I was so flattered. I'm not single.
You know, I thought I might tell her, and then things just got busy, and I just didn't.
I don't know how many times that has happened to me. It's always a good excuse, too, when you tell your girlfriend, like, why were you out with another girl? Oh, man, she asked me out, and then things got busy, and I couldn't turn it down.
It was a really bad idea. I don't know why I did it, but we went out, and I could barely eat more than like 2 bites because I felt so guilty the whole time. It was just...
She did say that when you guys were out, you seemed a little distant. I'm assuming it's probably because you were thinking about what you were doing.
Yeah, I was thinking about my girlfriend.
And cheating on her?
I didn't cheat on her. We didn't do anything. We just went out to dinner and nothing happened.
I think going on a Friday night date with somebody else is kind of considered cheating.
It wasn't a Friday night. It was just...
But I don't think it matters what day of the week it was on. You still went out. It could have been a Tuesday night. You still went out to dinner with somebody else.
What?
And why did you never come clean afterwards when she was texting you and wanted to see you again?
I was going to text her back.
But why didn't you?
Because I just figured, I had a girlfriend, so just ghost out.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you can't completely cut her out of your life just yet because she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation right now.
What? No.
Yeah.
No.
Stephanie?
Are you serious right now? You're in a What were you thinking? I'm bored.
sorry.
I don't even know what to say.
It's my fault. It is not your fault. I'm so sorry.
I don't care. You went out to dinner with me. That's a date. You didn't even think about how it would make me feel?
Nope. No, I'm sorry.
He's honest.
Oh, my gosh.
You didn't think about anything.
Yeah, no, I just said yes to the date and then went out and realized, oops, I made a mistake.
Boy, I wouldn't do that again. I am so sorry. You were great.
Wow.
You were cool.
You were cool. Somebody really should date you.
How dare you?
If I was single, man, you're great.
Is there any chance of you being single? How long have you been in your relationship that you're in?
3 years.
Wow. Is this the first?
Wow, I feel sorry for her.
Is this the first time you've been out with another woman since you've been in your 3-year relationship?
This was the first time a woman's ever asked me out. So I said yes for some reason.
No idea why I said yes.
That's the answer you have to
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel you a little bit, but you still should have told her you have a girlfriend.
Do you want out of your relationship and you're just trying to look for a way to end it?
No, and honestly, going out with her made me realize how much I love my girlfriend, even more.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry.
You hear that, Stephanie? You helped save a relationship, I think.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Is there any signs that he had a girlfriend, at all?
No.
You should have known when he was in a candle shop right off the bat. You should have never talked to him.
I guess I can't trust men anymore, ever.
No. Just dudes in candle shops. Can never trust them. I would love to ask you if we'll go on a second date with Stephanie. We'll pay for it.
No. A second, are you really? No.
I'm
thank
asking,
you.
not you, Stephanie.
Stephanie, you were great. If I was single, holy man, I would so go out on a date with you, but still not, though.
Wow.
So no second date.
Are you going to tell your girlfriend about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Come on. You're a better liar than that. The definition of a gentleman has changed a lot over the years. It used to be you'd open up the door for a lady or maybe tip your cap when she entered the room.
I wish
pull
that
out
still
her
happened.
chair and then wait till she's about to sit down and pull it out even more so she falls.
No.
But nowadays, the definition of a true gentleman is just somebody who can fight back the grinders.
Seriously,
That's right.
that is true.
Just somebody to fend off all the thirsty dudes at the club trying to grind on you. And that's who's on the phone today for a second date update, a real life gentleman. His name is Tim. Tim, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Tim, you were able to fight those type of dudes off?
Man, I can do it all day long, man. I'm trained combat specialist.
You are like a superhero, sir.
Yeah.
Like a gentleman ninja.
Yes!
Your email said you met the girl that you want to call today at the club because you were fighting off the other dudes that were trying to grind on her?
Yeah, man. I see something I like, I just go for it, and I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's what happened.
Okay, so how does that work? Did you try to box them out like you're playing basketball or something? I mean, how do you fight off the grinders?
No, I just, it was simple, man. I saw her on the dance floor, so I dudes all up on her, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go be Captain Save-A-Hole real quick. So I went over there. I started doing all my dance moves. You know what I'm saying? I hit her with the kickstand. That's what really got her attention. I hit her with the kickstand, and from there it was on and cracking, man.
That's actually really impressive.
So the kickstand, just to clarify, is a dance move.
Yeah, that's a dance move. I've been doing that since the mid '90s, man. So that's my go-to.
It's like breakdancing, right?
What's her name, first of all?
Her name was Taryn. She was beautiful. She was attractive, long curly hair. She was definitely somebody I've never seen at the clubs before because I get in on the first name basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there that much. So
Okay.
I haven't seen her around, so I was definitely like, whoa. Who's this?
So wait, you go into a club and everybody knows you by your first name, is what you're saying?
Yeah, at least I like to think so. But no, I go to this club all the time, and so I saw her. I hadn't seen her before, so I was like, okay, you go a newbie. It's kind of like rookie hazing almost a little bit.
How did she react when you fended off all the other dude humpers out there?
Well, she was definitely impressed by my ninja skills. And so I asked her if, we can hang out outside for a little bit. And,
okay.
I like to keep it slow. I don't like to rush into it. So we went outside. I'm a smoker, so I didn't know if she smoked. I kind of assume everyone these days smokes, so I offered her a cigarette.
I think you should assume the opposite, sir. No one smokes anymore.
No one smokes anymore? Well, okay, let me put it this way. So I offered her a cigarette, and she said, of course, I don't smoke. And I was like, well, of course, neither do I. These are e-cigarettes. So, yeah, of course, no one smokes anymore. We're smoking e-cigarettes.
Oh.
Still kind of smoking, though.
I mean, kind of. I mean, it's like smoking foreplay.
Kind of. I don't know. Like,
I offered her e-cigarette, and I don't think she was too crazy about that idea. So I went ahead, took a couple of puffs, and we went back inside.
And when you guys went back inside, did you hang out for a while after that? Was everything cool, or was she turned off by the smoking?
No. We definitely hung out for a little bit. We talked a little bit, and she was just kind of like, I don't know, man, like a deer in headlights to the whole scene, I guess, because I don't know if she ever went to a club before or if she was like a, 40-year-old virgin or something like that. I don't know. But I think I kept her entertained, and I was definitely on my A game that night. So I got her number, and I think it went great.
And so when you guys left, did she like leave with her friends? You left with your friends, and you didn't say much else to each other, or did you?
Right. Well, right. I didn't take her home or anything like that. I'm kind of a gentleman, but I did text her that night and just, told her good night, and I look forward to speaking with her again or seeing her again. So, yeah.
And did she text you back?
So herein lies the rub, right? I shoot her a text, told her looking forward to seeing her again. A few hours go by, a day goes by, nothing. Heard nothing. So another day goes by, and, I finally get a text from her, and she says, sorry, I've just been busy. And, of course, I'm just like, well, okay, so tell me about it. You don't just kind of, like, lead with that and then nothing, right? So, I'm kind of, like, chiming in and, like, what's going on? Let's hang out. Nothing. Another day goes by. I mean, this is literally, like, going on for a week, and, like, all I'm getting from her is just, like, I've been busy.
So she's blowing you off, it seems like.
I mean, that's such an ugly word, but, yeah, that's definitely what it seems like.
And why do you care so much?
To be honest with you, like I said, I go to this club a lot. I kind of go out and like to have a nice time and party, but I don't really run into too many girls that I would say, you know what, I can really settle down with this one here and offer my last name to her. You know what I mean? Just really see myself having a future with her. So I think that's why I care so much. And I haven't had that happen.
Okay.
Wow. After hanging out with her at the club for a couple hours, you feel that strongly?
I do.
Wow. I hope this works out then.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I do too. If I can ever hear from her.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, cool.
Okay, hang on.
I got a condo in Manhattan.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, every dude has it happen once in their life where they meet the woman that can tame the beast inside them.
Ooh.
And get him to settle down. And Tim is on the phone with us right now, and Tim wants his beast tamed.
Whoa, okay. Now it got dirty. It got dirty real quick, Jubal.
Isn't that right, Tim? You need your beast tamed, don't you?
I absolutely do. I love the sound of that, yeah.
I bet you do, Tim.
Tim met a girl named Taryn at the club. He met her because like other dudes were dancing on her, and he went up and saved her from all those guys, and then they hung out for a little while. But after that, she keeps texting him saying that she's busy and she can't hang out, and it's kind of obvious that she's trying to blow him off a little bit. But Tim says that he thinks that he could see a future with her after hanging out for just one night, so he really wants to get her on the phone and find out why she won't go out with him. Tim, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
All right, well, we're going to call Taryn right now and see if we can get her on the phone. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is this Taryn?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm sorry, say that again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
Okay. You a big-time listener?
I mean, I listen to the radio.
Okay, we're on it, which is cool.
In general.
Yeah. All right, so you may not have heard us before, but at least you've heard of the radio. And we have a radio show, and one of our listeners actually asked us if we could call you.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Tim.
Tim. Oh, Tim? Whoa, why did he call you guys?
Well, that rings
Because
a bell.
he said he really liked you, and now you're kind of blowing him off, like you're telling him you're busy all the time, and you won't meet up for a second date.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Wait,
Yeah.
are you laughing because you're flattered and excited, or are you laughing because Tim's lame?
A little of both, I guess.
Of everything.
Huh. So you're kind of excited, but also he's kind of lame.
I wouldn't say lame. He's kind of corny, and he looks like he might be an okay guy, but I don't know really how to take it. I mean, I barely talk to him. I text him like a couple times, but I mean...
Yeah, we talked to him about your date.
Date? What do you mean, date?
How about this? The night you met then, if it wasn't a date, really.
Yeah.
He told us about that. He told us how he kind of saved you from some other dudes who were trying to dance with you, and then you guys ended up hanging out for a while.
No way. Save me from some other dudes?
Yeah, he said, like the guys on the club that like try to hump your leg for too long. He said he rescued you from them.
If he was one of the guys that was humping my leg, then he saved me from himself. But like, I was doing perfectly fine.
Okay, so he didn't save you necessarily, but did you enjoy hanging out with him?
I mean, he was just coming off like kind of like machismo, like he talks to a lot of women or talks to women all the time. So I was just like, that was my first time going to that place. And I mean, it seems like he was kind of popular too, because, it was like all the waitresses were coming all over him, and, they were like high-fiving him, and he was like the party guy, I guess,
So you think he's a player, and that's why you don't want to go out with him?
Yeah, because I don't really date a lot of people. I'm pretty selective just because nowadays you just never can be too sure. So I just rather not spread my energy too thin. So
that is actually really smart.
Yeah, he just came across almost like a little bit cheesy too.
So if he would have been more sincere and kind of like, I don't know, more vulnerable about who he was, would you have given him a shot then?
I don't know. I don't know who his real self is, but he came across like, he has a monster truck or something. I don't know. It was just weird.
Okay. It's funny that you say people have ulterior motives, because I need to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
What the f***? Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Best response ever.
Tim, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. What's going on, Taryn? How you doing?
Oh, hi, Tim.
It's nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, nice to hear yours, too.
Question mark.
That's convincing. That's the Taryn I know and love.
Oh, my gosh. This is crazy.
So you kind of surprised by all of this, or what?
Yes. Like, what is going on? Like, what is this?
I just haven't heard from you, so I by any means necessary, I needed to hear your voice and wanted to get in contact with you again, hang out some more, and you definitely made an imprint on my life and in my heart, so I'd like to talk to you some more.
Wow, I mean, that's really sweet, Tim. This is all very flattering, but I don't know if you've been listening, but you kind of came across as someone that's, like, really not my type. Like, I'm more of a laid back. I want someone who's just, calm, relaxed, who can be themselves. And I really didn't get that vibe from you. So, I don't know. I don't feel like you would be a good match,
I tend to disagree with you on that, because I think that's actually the type of guy I am. I mean, for a second, just think about our names. Tim and Taryn, they both start with T's, TNT. I mean, we're both dynamite together, right?
Oh, my God, Tim. That's what she's talking about. Do not do that. Oh, God.
It doesn't get more perfect than that.
Exactly. I feel like you have a book in your back pocket that you study before you talk to a girl. Like, that is just what I'm talking about.
I'm just naturally smooth like that. I mean, if there was something to study, then of course I'd study you.
What? No, Tim, stop. You're not hearing what she's saying at all.
What do you mean?
Tim, she wants someone to, I don't know, bare their souls to her, essentially. I mean, that's kind of intense, but...
Okay, so no, I get it. I'm trying to impress you, and a little nervous and all that good stuff, but it's because I really like you, and again, I don't say that too often. I don't say that to everyone. You definitely just struck my heart. The night I saw you, and I thought we had a great conversation. You had a beautiful smile, and not too many girls are okay with, e-cigs, and I was smoking my e-cig.
Stop there. Stop there, Tim. No more.
Yeah, that's
doing
love right
so
there. If
good.
somebody is cool with your e-cig.
Forget
Taryn.
that part, Taryn. Listen to everything else he said before. That was actually really good. That was sweet.
We talked to Tim for a little bit before we called you, and he said all that stuff to us, too. He's really into you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's sweet and everything, but I just don't know. I don't know if we're in the right space, or me especially, for, where he's trying to go with it.
Well, why don't you find out by going out with him again? Would you go out with Tim on a second date? We will pay for it.
Taryn, before you say anything, before you answer that, I just want you to know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if we go out again, I know they mentioned they'll pay for it, but if the check bounces, it's on me, baby.
Oh my God! Like, does this guy ever stop? Like, are you serious?
I want us to be like Kanye and Kim, I want us to be like Oprah and Stedman,
Oprah and Stedman.
What? No one's even sure Oprah's really with Stedman. Like, no.
Well, some good things come to an end, but we can try. Let's just try that.
Tim, you are definitely a funny, charming guy. I think you would probably be wonderful for the right girl. However, I just don't see our yin and yang matching up. I don't think we would be a good fit. So I'm going to have to pass on the second date.
Really? I thought you'd give him a second chance.
I really thought I would too, but he couldn't turn it off, so I don't want it.
Taryn, look, we don't even have to even address the yin yang part until you're ready. Like, that's how serious I am. I'm ready to, lay it down, put everyone to the side. I'll burn the black book if I have to, get myself a Metro PCS mobile, track phone, and get rid of all my contacts. I mean, I will do that.
Whoa,
He's ready to end everything and just focus on you, Taryn. Are you sure?
You know what, Tim? I'm going to reward your persistence, and I'm going to tell you, yes, I will go on the second date with you.
Whoa! What was that?
You're serious, Taryn. You go out with him again?
Just one date. That's it. I'm not making any promises or anything else, but I will give him a real official date. We'll do that.
That's what I'm talking about. This is like my Rocky Balboa moment. This is like when Rocky got the shot at the champ, Apollo Creed, man. This is what I'm talking about, Taryn. You don't know how much, we're going to do the world a favor. We just did the world a favor. You and I together, I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Tim, please do not make me regret my decision. Please do not make me regret.
You won't regret it. I'm so pumped to go out with you. That's all. You will not regret this. I promise.
You hear that, Taryn? It sounds like you've tamed the beast.
Oh, I don't even know what that means, but we'll see.
We get a lot of really creative ideas for dates.
Yeah.
When we do these second date updates. And today we have another creative idea. It's from a dude named Spencer. He emailed the show for a second date update today, and I read his email, and his date was creative. He planned to bore his date to death.
What?
At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, okay.
Boredom, a boredom date. Who knows, People get bored enough, they might hook up with you just to do something.
Okay.
Just out
Last
of sheer
resort.
boredom.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Spencer, how are you?
I'm doing good, but I don't know if that's a fair assessment of the date.
Well, it never
Well,
is when
yeah.
it comes from Jubal, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get another assessment from everybody else in a second. But first of all, what's the girl's name that you want to call today?
Her name's Mary.
Mary, okay. And why don't you tell everybody about your very boring date with Mary?
Well, my creative date with Mary
There you go, Spencer.
was, thank you. Yeah, it was something I thought it'd be different. I decided we'd go to a used bookstore, kind of pick out books for one another based on...
Oh my gosh,
sorry.
Jubal.
Sorry, Spencer.
People, I know it's hard for you to
interrupt
believe, but some people actually like reading.
You should try it.
I should try it, but I can't because I don't know how. Thanks for throwing that in my face,
Yeah.
Spencer. Okay, so you went to a used bookstore.
Yeah, I feel like you can tell a lot about a person based on the kind of books they read. So I figured we could, pick out a book for one another.
Now, but that can be a lot of pressure on a first date because you want to come off smart, right? So you don't want to go and pick out what you've actually been reading.
I mean, I just wanted it to be kind of something fun. I didn't necessarily think it had to be pick a book that's going to change my life or anything like that,
You took the pressure off. It was lighthearted.
Yeah.
And the idea was to pick out books for each other. So you gave her Getting Naked for Dummies, and she gave you what?
She actually gave me the Kama Sutra.
What? For real? That's the book she gave you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
What'd you end up picking out?
I ended up picking out the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Okay.
It's all about mindset, how you carry yourself and how your mindset can actually lead to success.
All right.
Okay, so a motivational book. That's cool.
Or a self-help book,
Yeah.
however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But still.
I mean, it's cool, or it could have been offensive, like, oh, do I look like I need help?
Yeah.
She didn't act that way. I mean, when she gave it, she's like, oh, cool, this is cool.
Yeah, and what'd she pick out for you?
She chose the first Twilight book in the series. Yeah, she said it was kind of like, for her, it was kind of a good escape book. You know, she loved the fantasy and everything that was involved with it. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've read it, and I agree with her. It's just fun.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, it's kind of a counterbalance to my choice. So I thought we'd be a really good match in that way, you know.
So did you guys just sit there and read your books and then hug and go home? Like, was that...
No, there was a kiss, and then we left. No, I'm just kidding. We actually, I'm just kidding. We actually went, afterwards, we took our books, we went to a little, like, cafe, had some food. You know, we kind of talked about our books and got to know each other a little bit more.
So it's like an impromptu book club with Spencer and Mary.
It was good conversation, I'll tell you that.
Well, and it's a pretty smart first date because it's an easy follow-up for a second date. Like, you have a reason to contact her other than just asking her out.
Well, that was the plan until what happened at the end of the date.
Uh-oh.
And what happened?
Well, you know, everything was going great. Things were kind of winding down. Mary said she had to go. She said she had a great time. She gave me a hug and said, you know, look forward to getting together again soon. And then she left, and then I kind of looked over where she was sitting. I realized she had left her book there. I was like, oh, crap.
No.
You know, that kind of defeats the whole follow-up thing. So I just grabbed her book, and I tried to run outside to see if I could catch her before, you know, she had gone. But
Was it raining? Was it raining when that happened?
It wasn't raining at the time, no.
Wait, is that your...
Yeah, in my mind, I pictured you running out in the rain after her with her book and then standing there as the
Just
rain.
screaming her name?
Yeah.
It's very romantic, both of you.
Wow, Jubal.
No, that's not what happened. She was gone. It was like the waiter thought I was trying to leave without paying the bill, so like they started getting all weird on me at the restaurant. I mean, I went back in and paid it, but it just like a big scene had like been created at that point.
Yeah.
So it just got a little weird at the end of the date, and then, you know, I tried to reach out to her via text, and I haven't heard anything back.
And have you texted her like, hey, I got your book?
Yeah, I was like, hey, I got your book, you know, love to come bring it to you. Nothing.
So, Spencer, why do you think she's not calling you back?
Honestly, like, the only thing I can think of is, like, maybe the date was too creative, and she just, like, maybe fell for me real quick and just, you know, she doesn't know how to handle it.
Really? Yeah,
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah,
She could have fallen in love and just
Yeah.
like not comfortable with it.
God, between you and Spencer, you guys really have this romance novel thing handled. I mean, with these two storylines.
There's a lot of optimism.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, I'm an optimistic person. That's just why, you know, kind of why I contacted you guys. I feel like, you know, we get her on the phone, and I feel like the truth will really come out in that moment,
Okay.
that we can have another date.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then get chapter 2 of your second date update.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
It was a dark and stormy night. And it was a dark and stormy night.
All right.
When it was a dark and I'm never gonna make it in this business.
You're not going to make it
I'm
past
sorry,
a couple
I-
words.
I'm having intro block. I
Yeah.
can't think of how to intro this segment correctly. It's kind of like writer's block, and since we're talking about books, I guess it makes sense, Spencer. You've gotten in my head.
Well, it wasn't actually dark or stormy, but...
Well, okay, so now even the beginning of my intro is screwed up. The few words that I had right before I got intro block, Spencer.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Spencer's
right.
got date block. That's much worse than intro block.
Yeah.
There's another term for that.
No, okay.
If you're just tuning in, Spencer is on the phone for a second date update. He actually took a girl named Mary out. They went to a bookstore, and they both got books and recommended them to each other. Then they went to a cafe to eat and talk about those books. But at the end of the date, she took off from the restaurant and left her book behind, and Spencer hasn't heard a word from her. We're about to get her on the phone and find out what happened. Anything else you want to say before we do that, Spencer?
I mean, it's just, we had a really great time. Like, she's awesome. I don't know what happened. Like, we really kicked it off, and I really kind of want to find out what the deal is, why she hasn't responded.
And I feel like if she thinks that date that you took her on was boring, then good riddance. Because that's an awesome date, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for like a 90-year-old. They would love it.
No!
So-
All right.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mary?
Speaking. May I ask who's calling?
Yes, you may. Thank you for asking, Mary. My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. Are you guys doing like a fundraising thing or something?
Well, I do have a
awesome.
GoFundMe that I'm going to ask you to donate to later, but it's some personal stuff. No, the reason I'm calling you is because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update.
What does that entail exactly?
Well, that's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then you end up not calling them back after, they email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So we got an email the other day from a dude named Spencer.
Yeah, I remember Spencer. He contacted you guys?
Yeah, and he told us all about your date, how he took you to a used bookstore and you guys bought books for each other and then went to eat and talk about the books, and then you left and ran out of his life for good.
Okay. Seems a little dramatic the way you put it, but
Well,
yeah.
you know, when someone realizes that the love of their life has
Oh
walked
my
out the door
gosh,
and never to come
Jubal.
back, it could be a little dramatic, Mary.
That is not what he said, Mary, just for the record. That is Jubal's words, not Spencer's.
Okay, thank goodness. That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. He just
He
said
didn't
he
say
had
that.
a nice time.
Yeah, he told us about your date, said he enjoyed it, is wondering why you're not calling him back.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I don't really know what to say.
Okay, was it about the book, maybe? He said that he picked out a book for you called Think and Grow Rich.
No, I love the fact that he gave me that book. I mean, that's not the kind of thing I really read, like self-improvement kind of stuff.
Okay. He also said that you gave him the book Twilight. Did he make fun of it or something?
What, are you saying he was making fun of it? Like, did he?
No.
I'm asking because I'm asking if maybe he made fun of the book that you chose.
Well,
You
not
chose
in front
Twilight.
of me, but if he said something to you, I mean.
No, he didn't say anything. He said it was a fun escapism book.
Okay.
But so, wait, if you liked the book thing, then why did you leave your book behind?
I mean, I forgot it. I didn't mean to leave it behind. I just forgot.
Okay, so that wasn't on purpose because...
No, not at all. I mean, I'd actually be interested in picking it up again because it looks kind of interesting to me.
Oh.
Well, I know where you can get it. I think he still has it.
Well, it wasn't about the books.
Well, can you tell us what it is then? Because he's really curious.
Well, we're talking at the cafe, and it was great. I felt like we really got along, and we were just, really similar across the board, just, the same person in a lot of ways. And I was thinking that, and then the waitress came over, and she took our IDs for our drinks, and we have the exact same birthday.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Well, no, it's not. It's not awesome. It actually, that was it for me, because that's not okay.
Why is that not okay?
What?
Well, lots of reasons. I mean, the main one is, it's not fair to either of us to have to share our birthdays. Can you imagine being in a couple with somebody who has the exact same birthday as you and you never get to fully actually celebrate your birthday?
Okay.
Wait, what?
I think it would be great because it means I wouldn't have to remember when their birthday was, but that's just me being lazy.
So,
So
wait.
you don't want to share your birthday so much so that you don't want to date him again?
I don't want to share my birthday. I don't want him to have to share his birthday. I mean, think about it. We'd have to, which family are we spending this with?
It's one of the best days of our year, and it gets watered down. I mean, no.
But it sounds like you guys connected on so many levels, and it seems really silly to like drop all of that just because of a birthday.
No, we connected on too many levels. I mean, think about it. We're the exact same astrological sign, too. Like, that's going to clash at some point. There's going to be no variety in the relationship. It's too much.
It is crazy that you guys have so many similarities, like same birthday, same kind of likes and dislikes. You're both on the phone right now. That's another weird one.
What?
Oh, yeah. Spencer's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Do not tell me that right now.
Yes, he is. So I have to tell you that right now. Spencer?
Hey, guys. How you doing, Mary?
I can't believe this. Hi, I guess.
Like, are you being serious about all this?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm serious. It's just how I feel about it. I mean, think about it. It's one of the best days of your year, and if you can't really celebrate it, what does that mean about your life?
Oh my God, Mary, wow.
It's just so weird to me that, like, this birthday thing is such a big hang-up. I mean, has this happened to you, like, other people you went on dates with or something?
No, I mean, not with someone I was dating, but, like, back in middle school, I had the same birthday as another girl in my class, and they sang happy birthday to both of us, and it was horrible.
Oh my God. This is some like deep-seated issues, Mary.
Scarred.
It's very special to me. I don't care if you're making fun of it. It's an important thing in my life.
I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, like, our date was amazing. Like, we were laughing and, like, chatting the whole time. It was like no silence.
Yeah, I mean, don't take it personally. It's not your fault that you were born on my birthday.
Oh my God.
Spencer, this is a tough one because there's really not much you can do. You were born on the day you were born on, and it sounds like it's a deal breaker.
You know what? My birthday isn't as big of a deal as sounds like it is to you, Mary. What if I, like, change my birthday? I mean, I know I can't do it legally, but, like, what if I, like, I don't know, change it on Facebook and just start telling people it's a different day and, like, celebrate it, I don't know, like a couple of months later or something.
Whoa.
Hey, I don't want you to change your birthday for me. I want you to be who you are and get to celebrate on your day. And, I get that was a really nice thing for you to say, Spencer, but I don't feel comfortable with that.
Regardless of whether or not I celebrate my birthday on my actual birthday or any other day, I'm still going to be the same guy. I'm completely okay just celebrating you.
Aww,
Mary, that's it. I mean, that's a huge thing, I feel like, because most people would judge, your whole birthday hang-up as a little crazy. And he's, like, open to it, man.
I don't know if it's a little crazy. I think there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't want to share their birthday.
Okay, selfish, whatever you want to call it. That's fine, too, Mary.
I don't think it's selfish. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
But I do appreciate Spencer's reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would you want to go out with him on a second date? We will pay for it.
Spencer, are you serious? Are you really going to change this for me and change your birthday?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not a problem for me. I'm totally down.
Oh, really?
You don't see this as a red flag at all, Spencer?
You go on a number of dates, and finally you meet someone that you, like, connect with on pretty much every level except for the birthday thing. Like, it's fine. It's really fine.
Okay.
Okay, so Mary, Spencer said he will change his birthday for you.
Oh my God.
Will you go out with him again?
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you.
Hey, awesome.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Spencer. You got your second date.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and now you have to figure out a date for your birthday. I have a few dates that I could suggest. You could do December. Taylor is on the phone for a second date update today, and if Taylor can't score a date with the dude that she wants to call, I'm pretty sure that I will be scheduling a man date with him.
Whoa,
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You like him already that much?
Sounds like he and I have similar interests, that's all I'm saying, because they met at the salon. I don't know what sort of service he was getting, but I spend a lot of my time in salons,
Yeah.
and been looking for a bro to do it with me.
Well,
So
I will say your cuticles are top notch.
thank you very much. So, Taylor, you've got some competition if you don't get a second date, okay?
Okay.
She sounds scared.
All right, your email says that you met the dude at the salon. Was he working there?
No. He was also getting a pedicure. We both were.
Oh, now I want to meet him even more.
Now-
Even more.
Were you lucky enough to get a chair next to the said man's chair?
Yes, we were sitting right next to each other.
Oh, that's a lot of time to get to know somebody.
How did that happen? Did you guys did he show you something in his Us Weekly that he was checking out? Yeah. They always have Us Weeklies.
He was just sitting there. I found him attractive, so I initiated a conversation. I just told him, I don't see a lot of guys in here.
Oh, okay.
And he said that he pampers himself, and once a month he gets a pedicure.
Really?
Then he said, maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, so he threw it out there. He wanted you to know immediately that he was single.
Yes. So then we got a little flirty with each other. He said that he liked my feet, and then I told him I like his lips.
What? Wait.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you went for by the way, that's the one place where I think it's okay when you're starting to flirt with someone to just be like, I like your feet. If you're getting a pedicure. In any other situation, it's creepy, for sure.
Yeah.
But you went straight to his lips. That's definitely going to tell him, hey, I'm down to kiss you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was.
Okay, I like
All
your
right.
style. So who asked who out?
He did. He invited me to his house for dinner.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay. That same night or?
That same night, but little did I know, I was the main course.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I don't know. That went fast.
See,
We moved
suddenly
too fast.
every dude that's out there real men don't get pedicures. Now they're all on the phone frantically trying to book an appointment.
I never understood that anyway. It's just your feet. Why wouldn't you want to have nice feet? Man or
Seriously.
women?
It seems weird to me.
And ladies love nice feet.
Yeah.
And dudes' feet are usually terrible. So even if your feet look halfway okay, they're like, wow, he takes care of himself. So anyway, back to the point. It sounds like you had a really nice date with him.
I definitely did. And the next morning, I said, do you want to go get some brunch? And he said he had a dentist appointment, which I'm not sure I believed.
Okay.
Why
wouldn't you believe him?
Just the tone of voice, I guess. And yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't want brunch. I have dentist appointment.
Yeah, not that exaggerated, but yeah.
He looked at a toothbrush, and that's the first thing that came to his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So how did you leave things then?
Well, we did both agree that we wanted another date, and I've been really busy recently, and I know he probably has too, but I've been trying to make time to see him, and he's not really calling me back. We have exchanged a couple texts. I just don't really feel like he's trying to, go on a second date. He's not putting in the effort that I am.
Weird.
Was there anything that made you feel like this was more than just one wild, crazy night?
I mean, when we were talking and having conversations, it turned out that we had a lot in common. So, I mean, I definitely would like to pursue this and get a little deeper than, a one-night stand.
Right.
I shouldn't say deeper.
Yeah, I know. I was trying so hard not to make a joke. Thank you for addressing it for me. That helped.
You're welcome.
He has been texting you, though.
Yeah, we've exchanged some texts back and forth.
This one's strange to me because it's not like a big drunken night that just turned into a hookup.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever ate dinner, but I assume you had some sort of conversation other than just getting in.
Yeah, we ate a little.
Yeah. Take 2 bites and you're like, you know what? Screw this. And then you throw everything off the table. You're like, get over here. At least that's what happened on your date in my mind. But any idea why he doesn't want to see you again?
I really don't know. I mean, I don't think there was a problem in the bedroom area. But I hope that he doesn't think that I'm too easy because I just slept with him, on the first night.
And if he does, I'm sorry, he slept with you too. He's just as easy as you are.
I know, but you know how there's different standards for women.
Yeah, but I hate that. It makes me angry.
Oh, why? Because they've just assumed that then you sleep with everyone the first time you meet them. And guys do that.
Exactly. And lots of dudes are down to sleep with it. Dude, I walk down the street. Every time I pass somebody, I'm like, yeah, probably sleep with them. So dudes are worse, but then they judge you if you do it. So hopefully that's not the case. But we'll find out what it is. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, great.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Taylor is on the phone, and Taylor met the dude she wants to call today while she was getting a pedicure. He was also getting a pedicure next to her, and everybody knows where pedicures lead. The bedroom. They ended up having a one-night stand.
No.
It sounds like they didn't even make it to the bedroom, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic story, you know. Girl goes in for a pedicure, meets dude getting a pedicure, then they go back to his house, have all kinds of crazy fun all night, and then wake up in the morning and he doesn't call her back. Just a classic story.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor, are you ready to call John and see why he won't agree to another date?
I am. I'm starting to get a little, I don't know, I'm not really sure about the whole situation and if I'm actually want to go on another date because I like him or if I'm just kind of like pissed at him at this point.
Well, is this your first one-night stand?
No.
So why do you think this one would be different than the others? I mean,
we were talking a lot, and he's really fun. We had a lot in common. I mean, I think we could have something more than just a one-night stand.
Okay.
Like a two-night stand.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe one night, another night again.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is John there?
Who's calling?
John, are you there?
Yeah, this is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Have you heard of that before?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what it is if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after your date, they'll email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you, Mr. Soft Toes.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you got great feet, man.
That's so creepy.
You got fabulous feet.
True, though.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just confused. Why are you talking about my feet?
Because they're smooth. And I like that about you. Because my feet are smooth as well. Because I get pedicures too.
Oh.
And the girl that reached out to us, her name is Taylor, and you met her while you're getting a pedicure.
Okay, man. That makes a lot more sense. I was kind of weirded out by you talking about my feet.
Yeah.
I like how it was only kind of, though. I mean, good on you.
Just a little.
Yeah.
So Taylor reached out to you guys about me?
Yeah, she did. She sent us an email because she's confused. She's been trying to schedule another date with you after you guys went out, but it seems like you don't want to see her again.
I mean, that's... I mean, I don't know what she told you guys.
Well, it sounds like you just went back to her place and went right to the fun.
Actually, guys, we went back to my place after the salon.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
But still, you guys had fun.
We did. We did have a nice evening together.
Okay. She was a bit more graphic about it.
Yeah,
Told us
she
everything.
was.
Everything, John.
God, even her laugh was more graphic about it.
She told you guys everything that went on?
Everything, dude. Every single detail.
That's why Jubal wants to get a hold of you.
What is that? I mean, I'm not so comfortable with someone sharing all my intimate stuff on the radio. What did she tell you guys?
She just told us that you guys hooked up, but she says that it seems like you don't want to see her again. Is that true?
Okay. Wow, this is just getting stranger and stranger. After we hooked up, obviously I invited her to stay the evening at my place.
Right.
And she was like, oh, great, I'll go get my bag from the car. And I was like, cool. I don't know why she already pre-planned a bag. That's kind of strange. I mean, we literally just met. But, you know, I didn't question it. I just assumed maybe she had a change of clothes or like it was a gym bag or something.
Right. That's totally something that a lot of people have in their cars.
Right. That's what I thought. So anyway, she comes back into my place with this bag, and it's much larger than I expected. You know, again, I thought it was like a duffel bag or a backpack. You know, she comes in with what almost looks like a rolly suitcase type duffel bag. Like she's getting ready to go on like tour or like you know travel the hills of Europe or something. Anyway, she opens this bag
and she takes out this mask.
Mask? Like
A mask.
It sounded like you said meth for a second. I was like, whoa. Mask.
That's what almost have been a more appropriate solution.
Really?
She pulls out this mask, M-A-S-K, and this thing is the scariest friggin' thing I've ever seen.
What is it? Like
it's a sleeping mask, but it looks like a Darth Vader mask. It looks like it's got tubes and it's got like these giant red bulgy eye holes that like will block out light, but like to the outside, it looks like you're like a villain in a Batman movie.
Red eye holes. That does sound like an evil mask.
Right. So she tells me before she puts the mask on, she's like, yeah, sometimes I have problems breathing in my sleep. This helps me. Also, if I don't breathe in the middle of the night, you should call like 911 or something.
Oh, boy.
And now all of this is getting thrown on me, literally minutes after we've just finished, and then she puts the mask on, and it's exactly how I could imagine it. Like Darth Vader, she's breathing through these tubes, and it's the loudest, most annoying possible sound that could possibly come out of a sleeping mask. So I'm like laying there trying to sleep, and all I hear is
Come on, no, that's not her fault. She obviously
it's not her fault, but I mean, I have a horrid night's sleep. Like I get zero sleep. Not only that, I am freaked out by this mask.
That's scary.
Again, I really, really like Taylor, and we had a great evening together. But that was just that threw me off, man. So I mean, you guys can understand. I just think that it'd be better right now if I don't see her.
You obviously had an amazing chemistry. You got along really well.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's just, I mean, maybe I'm not describing it better. You really need to take a peep at this thing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she told me, like, I also like to wear it most hours of the day. I mean, that's all I would need.
Let's ask her, John. She's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. I mean, I don't know why I forgot to tell you that, but we should just ask her.
What?
Yeah, Taylor is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
Like, on the phone, or is she just listening on the radio?
On the phone.
It's me.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow, Taylor, I am so sorry.
I don't understand why it's a problem because I explained everything to you that night. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just a machine.
I mean, it was a scary machine that kept me awake all night. I didn't sleep at all.
Well, I'll tell you that you did sleep at some point because you snore extremely loudly. Yeah.
Okay, but Taylor, here's the thing. Like, I don't know what you wanted or expected me to do.
Oh, I am so sorry for you. Was that really difficult? Sleeping next to someone with a machine? What a hard life for a little baby.
I'll tell you what, it was hard. And, maybe a heads up would have been nice. I mean, am I supposed to be excited, that I'm sleeping next to the crypt keeper?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you were going to be handling it this way. But since we're going that route, I wasn't going to tell you this, but your breath is horrifying. And you have the most horrible morning breath. And you know what? While I'm on the subject, when was the last time you washed your sheets? Like, what decade was that?
Oh, Taylor, why would you even want to call a guy back that has dirty sheets? I'm sorry. That is like red flag to me.
That's like ruling out 90% of dudes.
Seriously.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should. Okay?
And by the way, John, it's a sleep apnea machine. I have to use it in order to breathe.
It's just more that I wish we had talked about it before you just kind of like whipped it out. You know what I mean?
Don't know how many times people have said that in a second date update.
So when I was supposed to then say, oh, and by the way, I have a huge mask that I wear at night.
I think I would have appreciated that, honestly.
Really?
No, you
Why?
wouldn't.
Because you would have sent me home?
I don't know. You don't know I would have sent you home. I would have probably been able to mentally prepare myself before you pulled out the Son of Krypton's mask from your black duffel bag.
It feels like you're bullying her over a medical device, is what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but Darth Vader over there, John, doesn't really sit like you're not trying to say anything bad, you know?
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Okay, I understand how that sounded or how it came off, and I mean, honestly, Taylor, you know, we don't know each other very well, but I'm just not that type of guy that's going to try and bash other people, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said those things.
John, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No. Listen, no, I am not interested in that.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from John yet. John, would you like to go out on a second date with Taylor? We'll pay for it.
Well, you know, after hearing what she...
No, John, I don't want to go on another date with you. You're a sleep shamer.
Sleep shamer.
A sleep shamer? What are you even talking about right now?
You shamed me for the way that I sleep.
It's not the way that you sleep. It's just the apparel that you wear while you sleep.
Yeah, I wasn't shaming how you sleep. You sleep on your back, and that's fine. But the other stuff, that's what I'm shaming you for.
It is to keep me alive at night.
It just bugged me, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Taylor, I'm sorry. No second date, but it sounds like that's fine with you.
Totally fine.
And John, I'm sorry that you were scarred by Taylor's sleep apnea mask.
Oh, get a grip.
Taylor, all I'm saying is that the next guy that you...
For today's second date update, Nicole is on the phone, and apparently she paid for everything on her first date, and now she's not getting a call back. So I guess my question to you, Nicole, is, are you calling because you want another date with this dude, or is this more of like a bill collector type situation? We're just going to hit him up for money.
Well, I really want the second date, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can get you another date. If not, we'll figure out how to garnish his wages. So we're cool. We got you covered. Tell us a little bit about the guy. What's his name?
His name is Andy.
Andy, all right. And what did you do with Andy?
Well, we met on a dating app, and he seemed really, really cute and, like, funny and stuff on his profile. And we decided to meet at a restaurant.
Oh, it sounds very novel so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
But they were just, like, from the get-go, he didn't open the door for me. In fact, it was, like, a little bit awkward because, you know, I was like, oh, do you want me to get the door for you? And he was like, what? And so, like, I opened the door for him, and I was like, welcome inside. And it was, like, super awkward.
So wait, did he seem clueless about the door opening, or was it something where he was kind of taking a stand?
At the time, he seemed like he didn't really know that he was supposed to do that. And it's not like I mind opening the door.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Okay, but you would have preferred that he opened the door for you?
I mean, yeah, I would have preferred him open the door for me.
It's a polite thing to do.
Yeah. So, you know, I kind of forgot about it at the time. But I was really excited to learn about him and see what his interests were. So at first I didn't, like, really mind, but he didn't really ask me any questions about me.
Hey, Nicole, I hate to stop you, but you want to call this guy for another date, right?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
He's kind of like a jerk.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
No, he's super hot, Nicole. Is that what it is? He's super hot and you don't care. I'm being honest. Like, is that where you're at?
Okay, yeah, I mean, he's really hot. He is.
Okay.
But I think he's just a little rough around the edges, you know? And I think if he were with somebody who was really genuinely into him, he could, like, soften up a bit.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice. So you're hoping to change his edges, make him a little softer.
You're going to take on a project and change the guy that you want to date.
That'll work.
I know how that sounds. I know that sounds good. But I mean, people change all the time, you know, and like who you hang out with.
You know what, Nicole? You tell yourself anything you need to tell yourself to convince yourself that this is going to work out well.
No, I promise it's not as bad as it sounds. I'm serious.
Okay.
So what was the highlight of the date? Since so far I feel like we've heard a lot of lowlights.
Well, when he started talking about fantasy sports, that was something that I had no idea really what that was.
Wait, you're not into it?
Why is he even talking about that?
I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. You know, I didn't know that it wasn't like a real team or you know, like you just pick and choose.
Okay.
From the description of your date so far, I'm imagining you're not even really talking about fantasy sports. He's just checking his fantasy scores while you're talking to him.
I think he was on his phone like maybe once. That was it. Which I think is good, you know?
Okay.
I'm just glad that he didn't like drink very much, and he says he's a non-smoker, and I don't think he gambles. I'm glad he's not that.
Okay. That's good. So there's some positives.
Yeah, you know, we can get married tomorrow. It's fine.
And so you said that you paid. What happened when the bill came? How did that work?
You know, I think maybe I just jumped the gun because I was a little bit nervous and the bill came and I was like, oh, I don't mind paying if you want to go half or I was a little bit like forthcoming. about it. But he did pay the tip.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, cool. And tipped what, 10% on the bill probably?
Well, I don't know. I just assumed he gave a really good tip. I don't know.
Okay, so wait, I do think it's totally fine for a woman to pay. Of
course.
Especially if the woman is the one who asked him out. Are you the one that initiated it on the dating app?
No.
Okay. So
All right.
now I think that's not good, Nicole.
I mean, it was really refreshing. I felt a little bit liberating. I also felt a bit broker.
Yeah. All right. So was that all you guys did? Go out to dinner? Or did you do more?
Nope, that's all we did. We went out to dinner, and then he said that he had to take off. I think he had an early morning.
Really? Come
Nicole,
on, dude.
I'm sorry. Okay.
He didn't do anything right.
Listen, he didn't hold doors open. He didn't ask any questions about you. He talked about fantasy football that you're not even into the whole time. And then when you asked to split the tab, he picked up the tip. When you hear that back, do you realize that maybe your standards aren't high enough?
It's a red flag.
Well, I know it sounds bad, but the truth is he is really confident and bright. And the only problem we have right now is that he's not texting me back. It's been about a week, and he hasn't texted me back.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, and he sounds like a really communicative guy. So that's weird for him, I'm sure.
I mean, I'm sure he's really busy, But before, he was texting me a bunch.
Okay. Well,
Right.
we'll play a song, come back, and then see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Yay! Thank you.
All right. We'll do it next. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Nicole is on the phone, and she wants to call a dude named Andy. And Andy can really only be described as a modern-day gentleman. A knight in shining armor.
Really?
They went out for dinner, and Andy didn't open a single door. Didn't even ask her any questions, and just talked about his fantasy football team the whole time. And at the end of the lovely evening, he made her pay the bill, but he did offer to leave the tip for the server.
Nice guy.
Yes, Andy sounds like an amazing date, and we're all not sure why Nicole wants to call him back, really, but we're about to do it either way. Nicole, are you ready to give Andy a call?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's give him a call.
Okay. Have you told this story to any of your girlfriends?
Yes. I just don't feel like people really understand, the good parts.
Okay,
really.
so they had the same advice we did. Maybe just let this one go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But they don't understand. They weren't there, Nicole. They didn't get to see the look on his face when he was ignoring you to talk about his fantasy football, you know?
You guys don't get it. I can change him. I really can. If we just had some time together and communicated what was needed.
Famous last words.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone, okay?
Awesome. I'm excited.
Me too. Can't wait to talk to Andy and see if I can feel exactly what you feel about him, because I'm still not getting it, Nicole.
You'll get it. Trust me.
Okay, if you say so.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Andy?
Yes, this is him.
Andy, what's up, dude? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
All right. How can I help you?
Well, I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody who listens to the show.
The show meaning what now? I don't understand.
The radio show Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the one that you're currently on.
Oh. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting ready for work right now. I can't do this right now.
Okay, well, if you just give us a few minutes, just to a minute of your time, I promise.
Fine, but I don't have a lot of time.
Okay. Well, I'll get straight to the point then, okay? You went out on a date the other day with somebody named Nicole, and she emailed us because she says you're not texting her back anymore, and she wants to know why.
Yeah, well, not all first dates in the world need another date, you know?
Whoa.
Can I go? Is that okay?
Well, can you give us just another second? We want to know why.
You know, like I said, some dates don't need another one in the world, right? Like I said, that's all really it is.
Whoa.
But that's not really an explanation of why. Can you just tell us why? I know you got to go.
I mean, I'll tell you, completely honest, I wasn't physically attracted to her off the bat.
Okay, wait, hold on. Because the way she described your date, that's fine, that happens, but it sounds like you were, kind of rude to her, man, on the date.
I mean, yeah, I was.
Why would you be rude to her? What? I mean, yeah, you're not attracted to her. Maybe you don't want another date. Whatever, that happens. We get it. But, like, why would you be rude to her?
I don't know, man. She looks totally different on Tinder, you know? You get one of those profiles and it's like, oh, she's beautiful. But then you see her in person and you're like, no, I can't do this. She looked exactly like my sister. Okay.
What? Wait, so now, hold on. I mean, I'm glad you're not attracted to your sister, but like.
We've had second dates where people have been like, dude, it was awesome. She looked like my sister. So it's good to hear that you're kind of not going that way with it. But why be rude, though? Why not just sit there and at least have a good time?
Look, I don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't want to go on a date with somebody who looks like my sibling.
I don't know, man. That just still feels kind of weird, like that you would like make her pay and everything.
Look, I tried everything to turn her off. I talked about my fantasy football all the time. I thought I could go on for like a half an hour about fantasy football, and she wouldn't want to like talk to me anymore. You know?
Oh, so you were purposely doing those things?
Hell yeah, I did that. And after the meal, I belched this just huge belch, and she thought that was cute.
She didn't tell us about that part.
No, and we get out to the parking lot, and we're standing there in the parking lot, and I'm like, I parked in a handicap spot for like 2 hours, and she thought that was funny. She didn't think that was like a jerk thing to do.
No. So I mean, at this point, like, are you? I mean, almost even questioning her.
I am. I'm like, is there anything that can turn you off? You know, can I literally say I'm on work relief right now? I have to go back to prison tomorrow, and she'll think that's cute.
That is sexy. I like him. He's committed to his job. I mean, he has to be, but whatever.
Yeah. So I don't even know what's up with this chick. I'm just happy that I don't have to talk with her again. That's all that really matters to me. So.
Okay. Well, you kind of do because she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
You're joking.
Nope, not at all. Nicole, you there?
Yeah, hi Andy.
There's Nicole.
Hey.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's okay.
How are you laughing, Nicole?
What? It's okay.
Nicole, you're the most positive person I think we've ever had on this show.
Well, no, I mean, I appreciate the honesty.
You appreciate it?
Oh, Jesus.
I do. I mean, now I understand why the thing with the door and why the fantasy sports and everything. Like, I knew you weren't a really, disrespectful person. I knew that there was probably a reason behind it. I thought maybe, I don't know, your hand was hurt or you were, low on money or something. And I know, like, when you belch, sometimes it just means that you like the food. So I was like, I don't know, I'll just let it happen. Like, not a lot of people are very genuine. I mean, I can see why you would do that.
What?
Look, I'm not good at rejecting people in their faces, so this is like the second best thing that I can think about.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at rejecting people either. I get it. So.
How are you? You're just like, I am so glad we talked that out. You were a jerk to me on your first date because you didn't think I was attractive. Thank you.
Well, no. He didn't say that he didn't think I was attractive. He said that he wasn't attracted to me because I reminded him of his sister.
It's a good point.
Yeah, you kind of do, and that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Well, I mean, that's better than the other way around,
Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that you look like my sister.
No, yeah. I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it, and I'm glad to know now.
Wait,
glad to
Nicole,
know.
I mean, he hasn't even apologized for his rude behavior. Like, at least, Andy, can you give her, like, some apology, man?
You know what? You're right. I'm so sorry. Nicole, I am so sorry that I didn't reject you right away. That was the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do,
Yeah.
You guys, what about human decency in dating? I mean, Nicole, get mad.
No, I mean, why would I get mad when he's actually, telling me the truth? Most guys don't do that, At least he's not lying to, like, get in my pants or anything.
Wait, no, you got, but, like, there's a way to deliver the truth, Nicole, that doesn't end up with, like, you footing the whole bill when you ask to split the bill. Like, without him being rude and parking in handicapped parking lots. Like, you can be honest and still be respectful of people.
Excuse me, I paid the tip.
Oh, my God.
See? He did pay the tip, and I didn't mind paying for the dinner. And, I mean, I thought you were cute and fun, so it was well worth it to me.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Nicole, you're the most understanding person ever.
I have been told that.
But you do look like Andy's sister. That is a problem, I guess.
Yeah.
But I still have to ask Andy. Andy, would you like to go out with Nicole on another date? We'll pay for it.
Oh, man. I have really hard time saying no. It's clearly I have an extremely difficult time saying no, so I guess I'll reluctantly say, yeah, sure, why not?
Say yes.
Wait, what? You're going to go out with her again? I thought you weren't attracted to her.
Look, I'm really bad at rejecting people to their faces. So, yeah, I'll take the date. We can go out as friends. You guys pay for it. That's great.
Oh my God.
Nicole.
So a friend date. Nicole, are you still down to go out with Andy?
Yeah, I want to.
Oh,
Of
Nicole.
course.
There you go.
Nicole, you're turning yourself into a doormat.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, I can see how you'd see it that way, but I see it differently. You know, you hear about people starting off as friends all the time, and then it, blossoms into something more.
Hey,
You just don't know.
Nope, not happening. We're going out as friends.
What?
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure you're a great friend, too. I mean,
Oh, my God.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh, my God.
Well, Nicole, congratulations. You got a second date. And Andy, congratulations on getting a second date with your sister. That's exciting.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that second date update is so sad. I feel like I'm listening to my 22-year-old self before I watched He's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Nicole wanted to call a dude named Andy. Andy was kind of a jerk on the date.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andy was a jerk because she didn't want to go out with her. But she still thought she could change him
Oh my God.
and make Andy like her.
This
No one,
happens so
can we
much.
just establish, no one ever changes, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, and if they do, it has nothing to do with you. It has to come from within. They have to want to change.
Yep.
Realize something.
And if you're causing somebody else to change, they might change a little bit for a little while, and then they get very angry that you're not allowing them to be themselves.
Yeah. It doesn't work,
So,
guys.
yeah, it's usually pretty bad. And then also you tell someone to change, and then you're like, you've changed. And it's like, yeah, you wanted me to change.
Well, this is so common because I know girls that like jerks, and I don't think it's a reverse psychology thing. Guys are honestly pretty blunt, they'll ignore you, they'll tell you, hey, no thanks. And some chicks love that. It's
No,
like
it's
a
just
chase
because
thing.
they're a doormat and they don't have the self-esteem to realize that they're better than that.
Is that
Or-
it?
Because they're treating themselves that way.
It goes both ways.
Or they're in love.
No.
And they know that if that person would just change their behavior a little bit, they could be together forever.
Yeah.
They did decide to go out again,
I
but Andy said
know.
not romantically. We can go out as friends, and she's
Yeah.
like, okay. But in her mind,